Greetings, everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. We're back again with more Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. Let's see. I don't remember if I was up to date on this. I am. 510? Okay, cool. I don't need anything from this for a while. We just got done with Sosiel Quest. Add a little bit more to the Crusade. I think we don't have any seeking forgiveness. Oh. That's right, the mother came. Okay. We'll deal with that once we have a reason to go out. No rush on that. Let's go ahead and rest. Actually, we don't even need to rest. We can just skip. Do we? Yeah, we were outside. Let's go ahead and rest once, and then we can skip days in the Crusade menu. Because, and actually, Camellia should have a conversation option available now. Hired assassins go out of their way to please their clients. They are shunned in high society, but people in my circles often make use of their services, paying incredible sums for the privilege. You're kind of rather like courtesans, are they not? Is that your roundabout way of calling me a whore, Count? Watch yourself. I may not like working for free, but that doesn't mean I can't kill a man just because I want to. Why would you even dare? Why would you be silly enough to try to infer that with him? You know what was going to happen. Okay. Now we will skip days until... In fact, let me think this through. Okay, we've got 2 party member quests we're still waiting on. Ember and Sosiel. I don't think we finished either one of those. Okay, so... Okay. Ooh, I have a new decree. Okay. 1, 2. Hunting down a mutiny. Oh, this is a repeatable decree that is actually available to me, so I might as well do it. Events. Fear of the surface. A group of Mongols has arrived in Dresden. The hunters may have been brave in the underground caves, but they have lost their nerve on the surface. They are scared of sunlight, get disoriented by open spaces, and feel perturbed by unfamiliar opponents. Lann asked the commander to be understanding regarding his comrades' anxiety, and not to throw them straight into the thick of things. Position them in the rear. I get sharpshooters. Train them on how to fight. Agile and bloodthirsty melee warriors. Nope, we want more ranged. Sharpshooters it is. The commander's decision raised the Mongol spirits. Once they learned that they would not have to charge into battle in the front ranks, the underground crusaders began to accustom themselves to their unfamiliar surroundings. By upgrading the outpost, excellent. It has been revealed that one of the Crusaders is a criminal on the run. 1 year ago, the knight murdered a noble in Nerosian and escaped justice. The killer repented and joined the Crusader army to atone for his sin. But the daughter of the murdered aristocrat wants vengeance and requests that the criminal be arrested and tried. What am I missing again? Need more leadership. And obviously military. Military now, I think, is always the stat that comes up short. Don't understand why. And we need a little bit more logistics. Finance points. Morale. We could give the vengeful noble the murderer's head. Unholy flail. This sounds like what we'll probably do. Do away with the... Add 7,000 gold, 5,000 finance points, 50 material points, and 25 energy. Interesting. Do away with the vengeful noble and get her treasures. Nope. Give the vengeful noble the murderer's head. The murderer met an unfortunate death during a foray, and the daughter of the noble he had killed was very grateful to the commander. She thought that coin would be too humble a token of appreciation for the exacted vengeance, so she had her family's relic delivered to Dresden. Hunting down immunity has done. And now we have this guy. Interesting. Where is my... Here we go. Oh, this is nice. I like this. All right. Go deal with y'all right quick. Much, much better than having to go all the way outside. All right. It's been a while. Can we deal with both of y'all at the same time? Boom. Bam. And you. 15. It is what it is. How about you? Better. You. Excellent. Everything about that is so much better. You're actually notified that there's a demon army coming out. Everything about that. Much, much better. Okay, I don't need the infirmary. All units in the army have a +2 bonus to damage, or they have a +2 bonus to defense. We're gonna go with damage. That's all we can do. She automatically gets slow. Works for me. Okay, decrease. I cannot rank up. This is generous recruiters. This is repeatable, right? It's repeatable. Bell of Mercy. And another outpost. Let's do Bell of Mercy. All units have +1 bonus to AC against demon units attacks. There we go. We'll take that. All right. Let me exit out. Make sure that maybe something is available for me and I'm just not aware of it. Seems like we should have got a notification by now. Could be wrong. Oh. Okay, so I thought it would notify me, but apparently it doesn't. Commander, please forgive this sudden visit. Anivia sent a messenger for me asking to come immediately. There she is. Oh, he looks much better. He looked like trash before the patch. This looks much, much more proper. Greetings, Commander, revered cleric. A muscular, black-skinned man wearing Hell Knight's armor is walking next to Anivia. Despite the difference in height, he is obviously nervous around the delicate woman, looking around and biting his lip. Allow me to introduce Hell Knight, Ambassador of the Order of the Nail, Trevor Vanek. The knight salutes. Greetings on behalf of the Order. Forgive me, I can't stay. Duty calls. I have a pressing errand. For headquarters, yes. It's very urgent. Sosiel is silent. His lips are pressed together. He doesn't move. Not even to breathe, seemingly. The cleric is staring at the visitor. So your name is Trevor Vanek? That's right. I serve the cause of the Crusade. It must be true. We have to take our guest's word for it. He has no documents or insignia confirming his identity. What? What are you getting at? Nothing. Nothing at all. Anivia casts a glance at Sosiel. The priest's mouth is twisted and his fists are clenched. We're happy to welcome you to Dresden. Trevor Vanek? Enough. Sosiel lunges at the guest, his face distorted with emotion, and you suspect the cleric is about to throw a punch, but his clenched fist remains lowered. Who are you? How dare call yourself by that name, scoundrel? Who, me? I'm not a scoundrel. People are always bad-mouthing us. There's a saying, the credit won by a lie only lasts till the truth comes out. Trevor Vanek is a proud knight. I won't put up with slander. Sosiel, is this Trevor? Actually, no. Anivia, who is this? A great question. I have no idea. My guys clocked him when he was trying to threaten a merchant with his so-called order and get a horse for free. Then he gave a familiar name, so I decided to organize a face-to-face for the long-lost brothers. So you knew it wasn't Trevor right from the off. You saw Trevor when he served in Kennebress. Of course, but I hoped that meeting you would make him drop the pretense and crack. So you're an imposter. Me? No, it's not true, I swear. Sosiel, is this Trevor? Of course not. But, how does he know that name? And why is he wearing the black armor? And why do these words? The cleric's voice drops to a whisper, and you don't hear the end of the phrase. Lawful, throw him in prison. Anivia takes the imposter away. He follows her, unshackled. Sosiel watches them leave. His fists unclench. He drops his shoulders. Where did he come from? And did you hear what he said about truth and lies? The priest frowns. The credit won by a lie only lasts till the truth comes out. That is what they say in Onderon. Trevor used to say it often. Of course, one proverb doesn't prove anything, but I feel like that imposter knows my brother. Oh, Shellen, what's going on? Commander, please, we have to interrogate him. Ah, only him, huh? No Ember. All right, well, take what we can get. Prison. Let's see what the scoundrel has to say. Oh, wait. Isn't, so you can't talk to Jan at all, huh? She's just here. Interesting. You've never seen Sosiel like this. The usually calm, friendly cleric of the goddess of beauty is furious. He is shaking the imposter, holding him by the collar with both hands. Who are you? What do you know about my brother? Speak! Speak, you scum! A brother, huh? The imposter cringes. Yeah, you do look like him. Come on, holy man. Give me a dozen lashes. The blood drains from Sosiel's face. His fingers unclench and he recoils away from the bars. Sosiel, what's wrong with you? The priest shakes his head. It's like a bad dream or an evil fate joke. Please, help me make sense of this before I lose my mind. Who are you really? The name's Graham. Abadar knows my last name. He's got it all written down, but it's above our rank to know our lineage. The man's lip curls in disdain. How are you connected to the Hell Knights? What's my connection? I served them. Well, used to. I was a soldier in the Order of the Nail. Exterminators chapter damned them all. Then I ran away from them. I wasn't cut out to serve like that. I wasn't a knight, not even a squire, just infantry. I got sick of getting my back whipped, so I had an idea. I had the armor at night, and when I got the chance, I just ran. Tell me about the Exterminators chapter. What's there to talk about? They're scum, just like the rest of the black-clad brutes. What was our captain thinking when he got us hired by them? Maybe he'd hoped they'd knight him, or maybe they just wanted money. They have deep pockets. The Order of the Nail, Extirpators chapter. They mostly hunt monsters. You know, dragons, other beasts. Study them, stuff them. They didn't tell me what they were doing in the Worldwound. Maybe they decided to hunt some distorted beast who grew tentacles and horns because of the demonic scourge. They, you know, turned into freaks. They do pay well, but they make you work for every coin. If you do anything they don't like, they beat you with a stick or a whip. They don't pity people at all, even their own, not to mention us. In the year I served them, the unit shrank by half. So I ran away. I wanted to live too much. How do you know the name Trevor Vanek? I was his valet for a year. Polished his black armor, tightened his straps. I was a drudge, all in all. He's evil, that Trevor, a devil of a man. He had me punished so many times, a whip for every slip, is what he'd always say. A whip for every slip. You're lying. You're lying, scum. I'll show you. Yeah, you're his brother, all right. He even used to bare his teeth like you do. You scum, he'd say. If your ears don't work, let's see if your back gets the message. That's not true. Biting his lip, Sosiel takes a step back. It can't be. Where were you going when Anivia caught you? Wouldn't you like to know? I thought I'd go to Mendev, sell the armor, and use the money to keep going. Didn't matter where. Maybe to the River Kingdoms. Maybe to Varisia. I don't care. Just as long as it's away from demons and demon fighters. Where's Trevor now? With the other knights of the Pike. I hope they whipped him good for losing his armor. What, cleric? Haven't seen your brother for a long time? Give me the map. I'll show you where their camp was when I escaped. They probably haven't gone far. Sosiel turns to you, his teeth are clenched, his hand shaking. I don't want to believe that Trevor became a Hell Knight. Please, we need to go there and find out for ourselves. Let's go, Sosiel. He's not going anywhere. Sure, go on. Good luck getting there. Excellent. Okay. Before we do that, let's make a couple of stops. Boom, 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 boom. First, let's go over here. Talk with Rhea Neath. Rhea is standing, arms folded, pensively observing the activity around her. Noticing you, she greets you with a nod. What is this personal matter you wanted to Oh, actually, show me your wares. Frisdale and Company Trading House provides only the very best. Remove cures. Potion of haste. Nothing too crazy. We'll sell you the stuff I don't need. I don't need that, right? Holy flail. None of us use this. I don't need that. What's this? Amulet. Regular amulet. Yep. What's this? Oh. Relic creation. Okay. Now, where were we? What is this personal matter you want to discuss with me? Rhea sighs loudly. She's obviously has trouble saying this. Her cold, businesslike manner melts away. I've said this in my head so many times, and now that I actually have to say it, I can't put two words together. I want to talk to my son very much, but he is avoiding me. I know you are friends, or at least he listens to you. If only you could convince him to at least approach me. Just a minute. What's your son's name? I know no one by the name of Neith. Oh, of course, forgive me. Neith is not a real family name exactly. My husband didn't have any at all, and neither did I. We took the name of the village he lived in. My son's name is Lann. He knows I'm here and is hiding from me. I can't blame him, but I might never have another chance to make amends and tell him I love him. Why doesn't Lann want to see you? Rhea turns around. Isn't it obvious? I gave up and abandoned him. The day his father and I decided to go our separate ways, that was that. He must resent me. Or hate me. Maybe he's ashamed of me. Or maybe he is wiser than me. Some children shouldn't meet their mothers. There's no point in reopening old wounds. But I still want to see him. So much. A half-elf married a mongrel. How did that happen? Rhea smiles sadly. When it comes to love, does it matter who you are? Back when I was young, I was a smuggler. One day, my friends and I were attacked by our rivals. They were in such a hurry to get their plunder, they didn't even finish us off, just threw us into a well. I ended up in the mongrel tunnels. Ken was young and curious. Luckily, our boots interested him less than we did. He brought me back to life. I screamed and stabbed him. That was probably a sign that our marriage wouldn't be a happy one. And still, we loved each other. He took care of me and was always ready to make me laugh. He was optimistic, but not the most driven man. I, on the contrary, was too driven. I dragged him to the surface. I believed back then I could move mountains if I just wanted it hard enough. But it didn't work out. Why did you abandon your son? Because... Rhea fights back tears as if the tragedy is still too raw for her. I broke. Gave up. Convinced myself that it was our decision, not my decision. That it would be better for everyone. I'm not sure if Lann told you, but I had other children besides him. They were different. All of them were special, and all were missing something. They just couldn't survive. The last one was born in pieces, and I realized he would be the last one. I just knew it. I didn't need any healers to tell me that. After that, it's like I sank into a black hole. I saw Ken grieve. I saw Lann struggle to find a place for himself. The neighbors felt no pity for us when they heard about our struggles. They accused us of worshiping demons, Lamashtu, anyone. And I realized I was to blame for all of it. For making Ken go up to the surface, for deciding to have children with him no matter what, for appearing in Ken's life, having Lann, and for what? So he could suffer? Ken and I discussed it. He said he would take our son and go to his tribe. We both thought we were relieving each other of a terrible burden, that at least we would be making Lann happy because he would grow up among his own kind. I still ask myself if we did the right thing. If Lann doesn't want to see me, there was nothing right about it. What kind of mother could abandon her own child? Rhea looks you in the eye. Yes, I agree. All right, I will find your son. Rhea nods, trying to maintain her composure, but tears are glistening in her eyes. Thank you. This means so much to me. I have to go. Thank you for your time, Commander. Okay. Still got speed on? Okay. All right, yeah, he's going fast. I was like, why isn't he here yet? Okay. Chief Soul, you got anything new? Nope. What brings you here? Congratulations, Chief. How do you like your new title? Lann looks at you sullenly. If I just scream, ah, for 5 minutes and rip all the hair out of my body, will that count as an answer to your question? I've always been a loner as much as anyone can be in a tribe. Sure, I was never left out of any birthday parties, but only out of courtesy. I got used to caring only about myself. But now the entire tribe is my responsibility, and I'm expected to feed them, teach them, heal them, settle their disputes. Sometimes I feel like I'm going insane, and I can't do anything right. And sometimes I take a breath, look around, and everything seems to be working. No one's died, no one's crying or eating dirt, which means I've done all right. But look who I'm talking to. You understand it just as well as I do. What's it like being a commander? It's fantastic. It's exactly what I've been striving for my whole life. The Lich loves power. Seriously? I wish I had your confidence. Teach me a few of your tricks sometime. Your mom came to see you, Lann. Why don't you want to talk to her? Ah, she got to you too. He clears his throat. It's not that I don't want to see her. I'm just busy. Lann waves his hand vaguely. With, you know, this and that, Crusader matters. Sometimes I feel like a mother of a large brood. And besides, she didn't come here for me. She's here on business. I don't want to distract her. By the way, have you seen her card? I got one from a merchant. Lann produces a business card from his pocket. Rhea Freer Dazzle and Company Trading House, Nerosian. Embossed in gold and everything. People with gold lettering on their business cards probably don't have time for idle chit-chat. I'll bet you need to book an appointment a week in advance. Even if I do, what would we talk about? You think I'm angry at her? I'm not. I never was. She and my dad had it rough. They didn't make it, and that's nobody's fault. But so much time has passed. She and I are just strangers now. If you happen to see her, tell her I've got a lot on my plate right now. Maybe some other time. I know she lives in Nerosian now. Maybe I'll send her a present on her birthday. Thank you for your answer so long. I'm sorry, but Lann doesn't want to see you. Rhea nods. He is stubborn. I'm not sure if he gets it from me or his father. Please, try again. But now, Rhea retrieves a package from her bag and opens it to reveal a small striped arrow painted yellow and red with blue fletching. There. It's an arrow from his very first bow. I made them so bright so they could be easily seen in the grass. I showed him how to shoot. I taught him to train his vision, to account for the wind, to fix his string. Just take it to him as a souvenir, a keepsake. Tell him I've never forgotten him. I know Lann won't forgive me, but he should know that, at least. And back again. Even though the back and forth is kind of irritating, I actually really like this sequence. I feel like it does a lot to develop Lann's character. And I just feel like the party member quests in general in this game are pretty cool. What brings you here? Give the arrow. Your mom gave me this. She's never forgotten you. She is very sorry. Lann takes the arrow carefully and examines it. This is my toy. From when I was a kid. It's... Suddenly he breaks the arrow with his clawed hand and flings it behind his back. Ah, it doesn't matter. Not anymore. She made her choice and my dad let her. I don't want to blame her. I have no right to. Lann catches his breath and smiles with the human half of his mouth. Sorry, I must have woken up on the wrong side of the bed today. Sitting around dressing for too long is bad for me. I start getting irritated by the smallest things. I'm always in the best mood when I'm killing demons in the wound. Don't tell her I threw away the arrow. And please, tell her I don't want to see her. It will be better for everyone that way. Back again. I don't know. I'm kind of torn about how I feel about his quest line overall. Like, on the one hand, Lann is such a regular guy, and he can be very endearing, and so it makes sense that his quest line will be the same. But on the other hand, when I compare his quest line to all the other party members you have and the crazy things that are going on with them, I don't know. It seems so mundane in comparison that I feel like on some level it takes away from the quality of it. I'd definitely be curious to see what you all think. He threw the arrow away. I'm sorry. Rhea grits her teeth, holding back tears, and tosses her head proudly. All right. All right. He was just a silly, sentimental piece of wood that won't change anything. He is right. He did the right thing. Lann strides up to Rhea and stops, as if he's hitting a visible wall. Mom, you look well. Rhea clenches her fingers so tight her knuckles go white. Lann, you're so tall. I see your entire tribe is here. How is Dad? Did he stay down below? He died. Oh, I see. Lann, I thought you did. Is that all you have to say to each other? Why don't you? Actually, Lann, I thought you didn't want to come. Lann sighs heavily. I still don't want to be here, but I would be a coward if I didn't come. It's all right, Mom. I'm not angry with you. I've just been very busy. Rhea looks away. You're lying. Am I not even worthy of your anger, Lann? Do you hate me that much? Is that all you have to say to each other? Why don't you finally reconcile? Because we never fought. I don't understand why this is such a big deal. All right, we said hello. I've done my filial duty. Do you hate me, Lann? Mom, of course not. Lann frowns and shakes his head. I understand. For years, I've blamed myself for you and Dad trying to live like a normal family and have more children. If I hadn't given you false hope by being born alive and almost human, grief wouldn't have broken you. If anyone is to blame, it's me. I don't have the right to be angry with you. Lawful. You're right. You shouldn't be mad at your mother. Family harmony is important. The Lich, believe it or not, very deeply believes in family. What nonsense. Hiding your feelings is a lie, not harmony. I'm a grown woman. I can handle your resentment, even your hatred. I deserve them, Lann. You have every right to be angry. Please, tell me how you really feel. Lann sighs, gathering his thoughts, and turns to you. I can't joke my way through this, can I? Do you want me to turn to my mother and say, Mom, it doesn't matter that my last brother was taken out of you piece by piece. It doesn't matter that you've been banished from everywhere because of Dad and me. None of that matters because a selfish brat wanted to have a mom and still does, even after growing up into a man. Is that what you want me to say? No, that will never happen. Never. Rhea smiles sadly. You've already said everything you need to, sweetie. And you've never been a selfish brat. Headstrong and a little lazy, maybe, but never selfish. Forgive me. I love you so much, whether you believe it or not. I'm sorry that I wasn't strong enough to be the mother you deserve. Lann gives up. His face falls like someone let all the air out of him. I forgive you. I love you too. What I said just now, I went too far. I was so lonely without you and angry at you, at Dad, and at myself most of all. I know, Lann. I am so sorry. Rhea quickly wipes away her tears and smiles. You silly little cave potato. Don't you dare be angry at yourself. I've never regretted having you. Not a single day. You know, I'm leaving soon, but when the war is over, find me in Nerosian. We'll visit your brothers together. I made sure their graves were looked after. Well, do you agree? Lann gulps and nods without saying a word. Aww. So wholesome. And how's this work? Oh, there we go. I'd like you to stay longer. And what will they say about you in Legends? Lann, who went to the Crusade with his mommy? Warriors of Dresden, would you get a load of this? My own mother is humiliating me. And of course, you didn't hear me say legend. Okay, what else? There was someone else we needed to talk to, right? We already followed up with Sela. Oh, we didn't follow up with Camellia. And actually, now that I think about it, don't we have Elven pages that we got? Boom, 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 boom. I found a page that might interest you. Everything is ready for merging the planes. Baphomet's runes are drawn on the floor of the laboratory. The purple flame of the heart of the tower, this is what I call the crystal now, is pulsating under the influence of secret spells. If I stop to think about it, the pulsating flames echo the beating of my heart. But I don't want to think. It took me too long to decide. If I think for just a moment, I might stop. I chose the Abyss as the plane to merge with Golarion. This is the last gift to my former friend, who is concerned about the imminent destruction of the plane, whose fate I will tie to the dying Golarion. Truth be told, I am not completely sure I will succeed. This is another reason to choose the Abyss. Hardly anyone will grieve if it suddenly shares Golarian's fate. Acrid smoke of burning chemicals stings my nose. My eyes are watering. I haven't rested for several days. I take a step back and almost trip over an empty wine bottle. I came to the end of my supplies days ago, but regardless, my mind is clear and my thoughts are sharp. I stare into the heart of the tower and whisper a magic command. Time to begin. How long has it been since you last saw your friend? The storyteller weighs you off. A year? 2? Maybe 10? I didn't keep track, and what does it matter now? I spent that time working. I checked and double-checked every line of the spells, every symbol. I'm almost sure the merging will be a success. Do you know anything about what happened to Kenny? He is no longer of any interest to me. The storyteller's voice is sharp and unpleasant. He is a traitor. He betrayed me and our dream. The storyteller is silent for a while, moving his lips without a sound. But I still miss him sometimes. I miss the times when we were captivated by our idea and each other, when I enjoyed respect and Alan Shinra, when someone needed my advice and service. Who would have thought that 17 years spent in the Abyss would be my most cherished memories? Please continue. Symbol to symbol, word to word, gesture to gesture, the merging begins. I feel the wind of the Abyss on my face and smile. I can do it. I will do something no one else has done before. I am the last great archmage of Kyonin, but now is not the time to relax. I must keep my mind away from idle thoughts. Thoughts are also important in my experiment. My lips read one spell, my hands weave another, and I say a third in my mind. I feel pain, as if I'm being torn in half. My essence, my entire being, my identity is about to change, filled with the energies of the Abyss. I will stop being a Golarion. I will become a new creature, half elf, half demon, a stranger to both planes. The fabric of the world grows thin before my eyes. I see legions of demons gnawing at each other, ripping each other's throats. I see the minotaurs of the ivory labyrinth sitting around the fire, honing their great axes. I inhale the forgotten smell of Alan Shinra's sewage. I hear the impertinent buzzing of locusts from the rasping rifts. I raise my hand to complete the merge and connect Golarion and the Abyss forever. As if on cue, demons, minotaurs, and even locusts turn to me. They freeze before the path opener. I hear Deskari's whisper, sense Baphomet's loathsome grin, feel Nocticula's curiosity and attention. The demons are ready to invade Golarion, to torment and kill everything that didn't perish in Earthfall. They will degrade the remains of my world until nothing is left. Is that what I really want? My hand freezes. Do you want to stop the merging? The storyteller doesn't seem to hear you. I understand. All this time I was deceiving Kenny and myself. I never wanted to save Golarion. The perishing empires of my world are just empty words for me. I was not interested in the lives that would be lost. Life takes its course. People are born and die. Kingdoms rise and fall to ashes, and even gods have their final day. Those are the laws of the world, and it's not for me to oppose them. However, not a single life passes without a trace. Not a single people disappears completely. While the memory of them lives, while their culture, language, and art remain, civilization lives as well. I never wanted to save the people of Golarion. I only wanted a handful of survivors to keep the memory of Golarion alive. When the demons invade Golarion, they will destroy the very memory of it. They will burn whatever is not burned and desecrate what can't burn. Their invasion spells death for Golarion, and I almost destroyed something that must never perish. The purple flame of the heart of the tower burns my eyes. The storyteller gulps nervously. I carefully lower my hand, allowing the spells to disperse. The elf seems to have aged by a few hundred more years, his face thinner. I almost destroyed Golarion. In my pride, I could have put an end to my world, just to become the path opener, to prove my title of the last Archmage of Kyonin, even if only to myself. I don't know what to say in my defense. And no more pages. Let's see, examine the items. Ooh, restore this relic for me. The metal in the elf's hand takes the shape of armor plates. The demon blood sizzles on them like a red-hot grill, and the essence is absorbed, leaving behind a grayish residue. This relic is called the Stern Hand. That was a name given to it by its owner, a Sarkorian witch hunter. The two gloves represent the bond between two beings. People who wear such relics do not live for themselves, but die for others. Interesting. All right. Let's check that out. Broken gauntlets. These spiked gauntlets grant the wearer's animal companion, as well as Azada's dragon or Lich's skeletal champion, a +6 bonus to strength ability score. At the beginning of the battle, the creature must pass a will saving throw or start attacking party members. If the initial saving throw is failed, the creature can make new saving throws each round to stop the effect. What the hell? Will, DC 17. What is your will? 6. Criminy. And there's no way for me to manually lift it up. I could give you a wisdom circlet, but that still only gets you up to what, 8? 10 max? That's dicey. Okay. Well, I'll keep it around, but I'm not using it yet. That is seriously annoying. All right. Oh, you know what? We haven't talked to him in a while, have we? The hood of Crinukh's cloak is lowered even more than usual, with his body frozen as if he were trying to merge with the wall. Finding one little kobold in such a big fortress couldn't have been an easy feat, but you succeeded. Crinukh rubs his forehead, wearing a worried expression. Listen, do you know anything about interpreting dreams? I had a profoundly weird dream recently. My brain almost exploded when I tried to think about it. Go on then. So, this is my dream. I awaken in the morning and see that I'm alone. Everyone else is gone. The Crusaders are gone. The demons are still there, of course. They're ruining everything, even in my dreams. And I feel lost and don't know what to do. Do I cut my wrist, run away somewhere, or bend the knee to my enemies? Why did I dream that? Crinukh scratches the back of his head pensively and then turns to you. What about you? What would you do in a situation like that? If you were left all alone, if your friends fled or betrayed you, if you had no one to rely on, what's the way out of the situation? That's quite an ominous dream. You really think so? And here I was hoping it was a sign that money was coming my way. Lawful. I would take my weapons and go to my death rather than disgrace myself. Would he? I'm torn. My Lich is all about you do whatever it takes to win. Would he do things in secret if the only other option was just to go in open to his death? Yes, he would. We're going to take the chaotic option. I will continue my war in secret. Sometimes it's easier and more effective to act alone. The kobold looks at you, pleased. You haven't disappointed me. Those were the kind of words I was expecting from you. When everything falls apart and the war seems lost, it might be tempting to solve everything in the simplest way, by dying. But that's neither true courage nor very imaginative. Trust me. I'm telling this from personal experience. Every defeat opens up a variety of new possibilities. If your mind doesn't cling to the past, you can spot new ways to prevail. Crinukh's speech falters under a bout of heavy coughing. After he catches his breath, the kobold's shoulders slump in exhaustion, and he sighs. Damn it all. Every disease I've ever caught is surfacing now. During my travels, I spent many nights on bare, cold stone. I'm now feeling them all. Crinukh considers you. Trust me, any thoughts I share with you is not just rambling. It's knowledge paid for with my blood. It's hard won from the caverns of the Darklands, where my tribe fled, fearing the wrath of the devils. If you wish, I could tell you about that. Will you tell me? Crinukh's voice becomes low and serious. Those were bloody days. We in the Night Ruby tribe were enslaved by the Drow, the elves of the underground. It's ironic. First, we fell victim to the slaves' revenge. Then we ourselves fell into slavery. In the first battle with the Drow, we lost Ermac, our stern leader, who refused to bow before devils or the dark elves. The rest thought it best to surrender. Our new life was harsh and filled with suffering, humiliation, and punishment. Before long, we realized the Drow were tough masters who knew no mercy, but we hadn't grown accustomed to living life on our knees. We couldn't fight back with force, so we used our cunning. We spied and sabotaged. We killed the cruelest of the masters. We helped other slaves escape and thus built alliances. When we were caught, our kindred paid with blood. The Drow punished everyone, guilty and innocent alike. Back in those days, I was the scout and the right hand of our new leader. He was young, cautious, and shrewd. But our struggle lasted years, with many of our kin accepting their new fate and resigning themselves to being slaves. Others were tempted by devils who promised to give us back our former power. All they wanted was more signatures on the contract that doomed our souls to hell. As a result, the tribe splintered. The traitors gave our leader to the Dark Elves. Then came the Purge. But during that massacre, it was us, the kobolds, who killed most of our kin. I fled, wounded, without any weapons or supplies. I managed to take with me was a case with the damn contract with the devils. After a long pause, Crinukh gives you a crooked smile. So, that's the end of the story. Not quite the fall of the Aslanti Empire, I admit, but this one is even more dramatic in its own way. I've got suspicions about you. Here we go. I come in friendship and right away I'm distrusted. So what is it that's got you worried? Do you remember your story about the lad who thought that people liked being gutted? That sounded very similar to what I observed in a village called Wintersun. The kobold throws up his clawed hands. You don't say. Who could have thought such an absurd and strange thing could happen in real life? Well, of course, I didn't expect anything like that. But still, I hope our conversation helped you in some way. I have nothing to say just yet. Well, that's good. I was starting to worry. I could almost hear the noose swinging on the gallows already. I don't want to be the first kobold in history to be executed for crimes I didn't commit. I have to go. Good luck. I believe you'll need it. Really enjoyed the dialogues with him. I feel like he always comes off as so insightful about everything that's happening. Camellia greets you with a broad smile and licks her lips rapaciously. Demons dance in her eyes. Hello, my friend. You don't mind if I call you that, do you? I've done a lot of thinking since we last met. You had every reason to hand me over to the headsman, yet something stayed your hand. Whatever guides you, your promise to keep my secret makes us accomplices of sorts, even friends. Shared secrets bring people closer, don't you think, my friend? She pierces you with a stare, as if she's trying to see inside your head. Tell me about yourself. With pleasure. Friends share everything. What do you want to know? How many people I've killed? Which organ is the most delicious? I'll tell you everything. Tell me about your life in Horgus's mansion. I have no complaints. I had everything I could dream of, except freedom, which I had no need of anyway. I value security and comfort much more than the opportunity to get in trouble firsthand. I had the best fencing teachers. My mentor was a shaman from Varisia. I wore beautiful dresses and ate sumptuous meals. A rich library kept me from getting too bored. A personal garden for my walks. I even had a puppy, a little barking ball of happiness. Some might disapprove of my father locking me up in the mansion until I matured and gained control over my powers. He charged the servants as soon as they started suspecting anything. He even had steel bars installed on the windows. But I can see it was because he cared. He was protecting me from the dangers of the world, and he was protecting the world from me. Camellia is the name of a flower, right? Yes, it's the only thing I have left of my dearly departed half-elf mother. Father told me that she liked working in the garden, so much that she even gave her child the name of a flower. She shrugs vaguely. And there is something else I inherited from my mother. Her beauty. The young woman offers the barest hint of a smile. You know what I like most about those who inherit the features of different races, like you and I? We gain the best of both worlds. Fascinating. So, she recognizes me as a Dampier and likes that I inherited the features. That's interesting. By the way, before you start to pity me, I should say that I don't have the slightest affection for my mother. May her soul burn in the abyss. My father took good enough care of me for the both of them. Are you bothered by the fact that Horgus never openly embraced you as his daughter? Why would that bother me? He took care of me and indulged my every whim. To thank him, I only had to lead a secluded life and keep my mouth shut. I understand his reluctance to claim a child born of a servant girl as his daughter. There's nothing wrong with looking after one's social status. Besides, you understand, Mendevian society would hardly have accepted me, considering my peculiarities. Tell me about your connection to the spirits. I can barely remember the first time. I was just a girl back then. I only remember someone's voice in my head demanding something. I don't even understand what it was. I was out in the garden playing with my precious puppy. I don't know how it happened, but when it was over, the puppy's head was in my hands and his body was lying at my feet. I remember seeing my father's healers and clerics for a few years, and even the exorcist he brought to our house. None of them were able to drive the haunting voices from my head. This continued until the old Varisian woman came to live with us. She explained that I was fine. I was just highly sensitive to the pain of the land that we lived in. The voices in my head were not symptoms of insanity, but desperate prayers for help. Father paid her an unspeakable sum, and she remained at our house, teaching me to talk to the spirits. She was a vicious crone and a nasty piece of work. She would hit me with a whip just for looking at her. She would yell at me when I failed to communicate with the spirit I summoned. And when Father left for a few weeks on some errands, she locked me in the basement at night. Now I see that I terrified the old woman. Well, it was her fault. She should have taken the money and run while she had the chance. I was so happy when the spirits asked for her blood. Camellia licks her parched lips. Looking into her lifeless eyes, I felt such bliss as I'd never known in all my life. That crone got what she deserved. I'm glad you had the chance to avenge her treatment of you. Why is that chaotic? Isn't that... I mean, it's illegal to abuse children, right? So wouldn't it also be the lawful option? Okay, go ahead. Chaotic option. The crow got what she deserved. I'm glad you had the chance to avenge her treatment of you. You sound like you know what you're talking about. One day I'll ask you to tell me how you came to know the taste of revenge. We have even more in common than I thought, my friend. Your amulet is fascinating. I've never seen anything like it. She rests the snake-shaped bone amulet in her palm. You like it? Beautiful, isn't it? But it's more than just an ornate trinket. It's home to one of the spirits. This spirit was so weak when I found her. She was hardly anything but a small shred of rage and madness. I locked her in my amulet, and I've taken care of her ever since. I try to talk to her. I don't know her name, so I call her Maria. Her spirit has been growing stronger, and she asks for more and more blood. I feel like every ritual bloodletting makes her madness subside just a few more, and I'll be able to talk to her and find out how to heal the lands of ancient Sarkoris. Tell me about the ritual killings you performed. I killed to learn the will of the spirits of the land. Sarkoris was torn apart by demons, and the blood of many thousands of living creatures poisoned these lands for many years. The Worldwound keeps growing bigger and bigger. It's no surprise that the spirits of this place have gone mad and endlessly thirst for more and more blood. Only when bathed in blood can they regain their senses, at least temporarily. But it would be a lie to say I don't enjoy what I do. She licks her lips hungrily. I remember all of them. Every last breath, shriek, and sob. Every fatal stab, blood running down the blade as I pull it from a victim's heart, the taste of the drops on my tongue. I like to watch the blood pool beneath the body as it cools. By the way, did you know that blood only flows while the heart is still pumping? That was quite a discovery for me. I opened one of my victims and watched her heart slow. Beat, 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 and then silence. Camelia's breath grows fast and heavy and leaves her chest with a forceful rush. Her pupils are dilated and she seems to look through you or inside you. Swallowing, Camellia brushes away a strand of hair, dark as night. My connection to the spirits of old Sarkoris is overwhelming. Evil, your power is amazing. Develop it. We'll need it in combat. That is my intention. With your help, my powers will soar to such heights that all the demons of the abyss will think twice before they dare attack us. Tell me, what will happen if the spirits ask you for my blood? I wonder. She sizes you up pensively. There's only one way to find out. Seeing the suspicion on your face, Camellia lets out a short laugh. I jest, of course. I promise, if something like that starts to happen, I'll tell you at once. I'm loyal to you. You can trust me. We're friends. What do you think of the powers you receive from me? What do I think of them? I love them. I've always felt special, and my ability to talk to spirits was proof of that. But now I feel that I can do anything. tear someone in half, demon or human, freeze a beating heart in someone's chest with a simple look or a mere thought. With a wish, I can make the blood of a living being flow in the wrong direction. Camellia laughs throatily. It is celestial bliss, my friend. I'm grateful to you for giving it to me. We made love during your ritual. Really? Next to a corpse in the midst of blood, we're going to call it making love? What? What? Anyway, we made love during your ritual. Tell me, what do you think of having a relationship without the bloodshed? Do I want to ask that? The bloodshed is so integral to who she is. But it seems like this is the only relationship type dialogue you get. So you know what? We'll see what happens. I would call it raw animalistic sex, but you may continue to call it love. Thank you. See, Camellia knows what's up. Come on now. How are you making love next to a corpse? Well, you know what? There was that scene in Sons of Anarchy. But anyway, moving on. It's even a little sweet. As for your question, she sizes you up with an inquisitive look. I like what I have. I like what I see. Your offer has me curious. Camellia speaks slowly, choosing every word carefully. But ordinary sex is so bland, bleak, boring. Whatever shall we do? She pensively taps her manicured nail on her chin. You know, I'll think of something. Meanwhile, bear with me. I've learned enough. Have I mentioned that I love our conversations? Why does it still have tell me about yourself blacked out? There we go. I've learned enough. There we go. Now it's faded in. Sometimes I find severed heads in my bag. Is that your handiwork? What good are they to me? Camellia's voice is bored and indifferent. The moment life leaves the body, now that is exciting. In the moments that follow, when the body is cooling down rapidly, losing the last of its warmth, I am filled with sweet languor. But the cold corpse that remains is just a corpse. It holds no interest for me. So, have you made up your mind about us? Camellia licks her lips slowly. Not yet. Have patience and imagine me in your fantasies. Anticipation quickens the imagination. I know this from experience. Are you still trying to learn something from the spirit in your amulet? Maria, the spirit that's locked in my amulet, is only slowly awakening. I need to give her blood to lift the shroud of madness so I can talk to her. A cloud falls over Camellia's eyes. Choosing a victim is not an easy task. First, Maria must point them out, and then I must find an opportunity to conduct the ritual. Sadly, I cannot sacrifice everyone the spirit points to without arousing suspicion and jeopardizing your crusade. Does your spirit want the blood of anyone in particular? A woman from the Winter Sun wounds, who calls herself a shaman, is poisoning the lands with her very existence. She reminds me of my first mentor, diligent and stupid beyond repair. I suggest we take a walk to Winter Sun and turn her blood to a good cause. Let's hold off on sacrifices for now. Camellia nods shortly and tries to conceal the waves of disappointment passing over her face. I respect your wishes. I have to go. We'll talk later. Visit me again soon. You don't want me to start missing you. Psycho! And I love it. I love it. We'll see. I've heard some unfortunate things about what happens with romances as a lich, but I'm hoping there's some special way that I'm going to be able to keep her around and still keep this going. We'll find out. Mind you, it makes complete sense that the lich cannot really hold romantic relationships, but still. My desires are my desires. And I really want to see what it's like to complete a playthrough with Camellia as the romance partner. If it doesn't work, though, who am I supposed to be taking with me? Where are we going? We're doing Sosiel Quest. Okay, cool. Even if it doesn't work, though, that just means that she'll have to be the partner when we do a devil playthrough. So all is not lost, no matter what. Ooh, what's this about? Whoops, not that. This. Oh, that's right. I need to figure out where my... Yeah, we do need one at the Gloomy Gorge, now that I think about it. And yeah, actually, we're gonna... You know what? No, because there's one more, right? We'll use that third one for that. We don't need that right now. So we already have lands, and that's all the way down here at the bottom, so we're good on that. So we can put this other one here at camp. Camp on the ferry. And enter. What at? Where's that teleportation circle at? There we go. They've already got a watchtower. I don't care about a shelter. Oh, this is the mark. This is what WotR gives us. I think I like the fighting pick more, but I think you need window off for that. And energy. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right. That should do us nicely. And what is this? Oh, Xanthus experiments. Oh, but if you don't have anything else, might as well go ahead and do that. You know what? Doing that just made me remember. Did I upgrade everything at Dresden yet? Is Dresden completely built out? Let me make sure about that. I think I might have had some empty spaces. I do have some empty spaces here. Here's the time of the siege. Only one siege can be built in each fort. Spellcaster Lodge, market. Sure, we might as well put a market here. Watchtower. We don't have a watchtower? I guess. Whatever. Whatever. Shelter. We are... shelter is not needed there. I never feel like I'm running out of... for all trainable units. Oh, well, did I already... Right, okay. So, no, we didn't already have the military academy. Citadel, Arsenal, adjacent, right? Adjacent. Yeah, there's nothing else that I really want. I mean, I guess I can build this, but it's not really useful here. For all mercenary units. Yeah, I guess so. Whatever. And let's just go ahead and fill the rest of these out. What? How dare you? Wait. It says we need 228 more building points. Oh, but this... I got 0 money as well? No. I got 27,000 finance points and then 48 building points. Oh, this is just showing the menu. Fine. All right. And I need 228. Excellent. There you go. Oh, not a single point raised in military. Not a single. Just. I don't understand. I don't understand it. All right. We should be able to teleport. Ba 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 ba. Alright. Feels like we haven't saved in a minute. Maybe that's not true. But we're saving now anyway. Come on. Boom. Okay.
We should move.
Na eya ora na eya orama na eya orama Tio Worash
Inimosi travisi, inimosi travisi, inimosi travisi, inimosi travisi. Lesano zanium, Hashani savitur, Hashani savitur. Inimosi travisi, inimosi travisi. Anything new?
No. You know what? A little bit more. That.
Ba riti. Ba riti. Ba riti. Ba riti. Ba riti.
This thing always sucks. Always sucks.
You can
That,
trust me.
you already got that on. You know what? Turn on your stuff.
Amranda gratior.
I'll take care of it.
No, not that.
It's time to act.
That. All right. It's time to act. No, all of you. Oh, whoops. I was thinking of another one. This one won't be that bad. We'll handle business with that. They're all dead. Wait, what's that sound? Do you hear that sound? The worm isn't that bad to deal with.
I refuse to accept their statement.
We don't even need this. Just handle business, ladies and gentlemen. Get in there. I was about to say, stop with the missing. You're buffed properly. Handle business. There we go. The monster is dead. Wiping the sweat from his face, Sosiel looks over the battlefield. Extirpators. This enemy must have been more than they could manage. The cleric folds his hand in a short funeral prayer. Do you see your brother among them? No, he's not. I don't see him among these people. The relief is palpable in the young cleric's voice. What can you say about the bodies? They died not long ago. Judging by the wounds, they were killed by the same beast we just dispatched. Looks like that imposter sent us into a trap. Yes, looks like it. Let's return to Dresden and... Sosiel clenches his fist. Oh, Shellin, help me endure this entire story. You know, I don't recognize myself. I serve the goddess of love, but the Hell Knights, I hate them. I really do. It's sickening, but I don't know how to get rid of this feeling. Why do you hate the Hell Knights so much? The fact that we even tolerate them is a disgrace to the entire Crusade movement. Cruel tormentors who are indifferent to the suffering of others, or who perhaps even enjoy it. What are they doing on our side? Why did we let them justify all these atrocities by participating in the Crusades? What does your faith say about it? It's a temptation and I must overcome it. Their cruelty stirs indignation in me. I'd like to believe it's righteous, but they also call their spite righteous anger. I shouldn't be like them. I shouldn't answer evil with evil. But, God, it's so hard. You really haven't been yourself since that imposter showed up. Things he said about my brother, I admit. I want to grab him by the throat and squeeze so hard his spine cracks. It's a dirty, unworthy desire, but I can't get rid of it. And worse, I think the reason I'm so angry is because I'm afraid he's telling the truth. Let's go. We have to talk to the imposter again. Sosiel nods without saying a word. All right. Were any of those of note? Living flame. Whenever the wearer of this cloak channels energy to harm undead, for the next 2 rounds they become surrounded with a fire shield that deals 1d6 plus character level fire damage to the attackers for each successful melee attack against the wearer.
Well,
Alright, and Camellia.
I hope you
go.
appreciate this.
So we can stop tiptoeing around that thing. Bodies torn to pieces. Steel armor crumbled like paper.
Something
Whoops.
over there.
We do it my way.
You know what? The whole time she was running over, I was like, you should manually take control of this. This is going to be a problem.
Follow if you dare. There's something here.
All right.
I'm
And
always open to ideas.
Riti.
pretty sure there's a problem there too. Yep. Excellent. Why won't it let me click on it? I don't feel like I looted it. Oh, it did have me looted. Okay. Fine. Is there another? Nope, we're good. What? Oh, cool. So we have yet a another upgrade available. Reinforcements of Crusaders from the Order of the Flaming Lance have arrived in Dresden. Their leader, young Clam, is awaiting an audience with the commander. Perfect timing. Excellent, excellent, excellent. But I don't have a teleport available, so we're going to have to manually go to Dresden. Come on, are you serious? Just let me go.
Save the last one for me.
1, 2. Mincemeat. Shadow Demon, get out the way. There we go. Excellent. Where's the exit? Stop. Stop all that crazy moving. I don't know why it is. Why is it moving when I press Alt? Stop. What is that? There we go. Continue on. Oh, wait. Hey. Okay. I think that's enough for one day. Hope all of you enjoyed the episode today. If you did, please leave me a like down below. Share this content and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.